What are some good side hustles to make some money? In this video, I'm going to talk about side hustles. I'm going to talk about the hustle. So then at the end, I'm going to talk about the number one thing. And I'm not talking about the number one thing for just a few people. The number one thing always that blows out the whole reason why side hustles don't work. So don't make that mistake. Stay to the end. The 5 things I want to talk about in this video. Number 1 is, what do you do to start a side hustle? Number 2, when do you start it? Number 3, how much of a business plan or plan do you really need to get going? Number 4, when you can take that side hustle to what I call the hustle, which is way more money. And then I'm going to share with you the number one mistake people always make, and don't be those people. All right, let's get going. So what should your side hustle be? It should be what you already know how to do. So we're not doing the big, I'm going to build a passion business and I'm going to do what I love and the money will come. No, this is just simple, easy stuff, right? If you're a teacher, be a tutor. And I love saying that because so many teachers say, I taught all day. The last thing I want to do is. That's not what we're talking about. Tutoring is different. It's a one-on-one relationship with a family. Not a kid that's in a system that they don't want to be in. This is teaching the kid what they need, whether you're great at math. My son's great at math. He makes so much money doing math and accounting and finance tutoring. If you love to write, if you actually have what I call the opposite ends of the bell curve, right? If you have art, music, languages, I mean, why wouldn't you want to tutor? You could do it from your home. You can do it from Zoom. Come on, teachers. So what else could you do? If you're artistic, do that. If you're good at a camera, you could do videography. Everybody that's going to move to Zoom has got to get better on camera. If you know how to do makeup and you're a beauty aid artist, you can do that through Zoom. It's a little different, a little tricky, but I've taken literally makeup and hair artists and taught them how to do it through Zoom. Cutting the hair is a little challenging, but seriously, what is it that you know how to do? So just right now, to take a pen and paper, write down 10 things, not only that you're good at, but you enjoy to do. They're super simple. I mean, maybe you like cooking, do some catering. So like if you love shopping, go be a personal shopper. If you like coming up at like the holidays, around any holidays, there's times to put up decorations, take down decorations. There's all sorts of side hustle stuff that you can do. And then I can't not leave the biggest one behind, which I love, and I love it in inflationary times, is direct sales. Because for the most part, direct sales companies are inflation proof. Why? Because they already have their cost structure. They have their product pricing structure. They're not going to increase, like our gas prices and food prices. If it's inside of a set structure, very rare that you're going to see direct sales companies increase with the amount of inflation that just necessary daily items are. So huge fan. Huge. All right. When to start? Well, 20 years ago was probably a good time to start, growing a tree, but you missed that. So today would be the day. As Glenn Morshower is my dearest friend, he says, when's a good time to start? Yesterday, but we've missed that. So today's the day. So I have fun with that because a lot of you have been just saying that you've wanted to do this for a long time. I wrote a book called Put More Cash in Your Pocket. And I wrote it in 2009, 10, when a lot of houses were going into foreclosures. And here's the shocking statistics, is you only needed, an average household family only needed $742 to not have gone into foreclosure during that time of 8, 9, 10. So $742 a month on average across the United States is all families needed to have not wiped out what happened in that time. So you look at today and say, well, during this pandemic, there's all sorts of social and government handouts, but be those people if you want, or just go make some money. Like if you really want to have what I call safety and security, it's you. God has given you amazing gifts and talents, and it's your job to bring them to other people. And yes, you get paid for that. So when to start? You start right now. What do you do? I don't know. Whatever you love to do, but start now. Try a bunch of different things. I have a friend, I just thought of this, another friend, their son loves detailing cars. Well, you can go down to a professional car detailer and get charged $300, $400, or you know what? He'll do it for $50 to $60 or $70. So try a variety of things, start now, and see what kind of gets some attention, get some rhythm. You don't have to do a big website. You don't even have to do business cards. You don't have to do any of that. Just start telling people, I'm an expert in, I enjoy doing. Would you be interested in help? Right? Start some of those things, right? So what to do? It depends on you. When? Do it now. So now let's talk about a business plan. Do you really need a business plan? Do you need, resale tax licenses and business licenses and all that? In my Put More Cash in Your Pocket book, I talk about all the details and all of that you need. You need it in the tax year. You don't need it today. There's nothing illegal about going out and saying, for $50, I'm going to tutor your kid for 30 minutes about something. There's nothing illegal about doing any of that. It's when you're starting to make significant money, then you need to get all of that set up. So a business plan is only necessary when you really know what you want to do. And I have a 4-hour process that will take you through what's your strategies, what are your tactics, what's your marketing, what are your sales, and who's going to be the team. Pretty simple, but it gives you some structure, gives you a roadmap, which is going to be really important as you get into it. And then if you are ever audited, which side hustles can get audited, because a lot of times side hustles are not incorporated. Guess who's the #1 target for the IRS? Sole proprietors. So you want to make sure a business plan then documents your reason to create revenue and your desire to create revenue, and also then allows you to take all those legal deductions that we want you to take. So business plan is critical. Also, I'm just going to touch on that. Getting incorporated if you're serious about this and taking that side hustle to a hustle, it's absolutely imperative. You don't do that as a sole proprietor. You don't do that as a solopreneur. You get incorporated, because it affords you all of the, really asset protection around the business, no matter what it is, and allows you all the deductions from how you're spending. And, people always ask me, what can't you deduct? Well, you can't deduct your house mortgage or rent, a portion of it you can. You can't do your utilities, some of your food. For the most part, I'm going to go the other way and say, challenge my tax team to what deductions they're not willing to do, because 81,000 pages is a lot and most of you are missing out. So as you're thinking about the business plan and the structure, really revenue at some level will decide where you're moving from a side hustle to a hustle. So side hustle, to me, you're making thousands of dollars. A hustle, you're absolutely intentionally going past 6 figures and potentially into 7 figures. You're going to do $1 million company. So $1 million company is $83,333.33. A $100,000 company is only $8,333.33. It's not difficult. So the challenge for you as you're thinking about this is, what do you want to do? How do you want to scale? A side hustle, typically something you're going to do by yourself. You're not going to build a team and build systems. A hustle, you're going to start hiring. You're going to start outsourcing. You're going to start building around your strengths. One of my greatest principles is strengthen your strengths, hire your weaknesses, and do it as fast as you can. One of the biggest mistakes people make is they don't hire fast enough and they don't systemize fast enough. So if you think about all that it takes to run a company, marketing, sales, accounting, fulfillment, operations, technology, you can't do it all yourself. Michael Gerber wrote it best in the E-Myth, right? You've got to systemize and get a team. As we wrap up the side hustle to a hustle, and that's a decision that I can help you make over time, I'm just curious, comment below. Do you want a side hustle? Do you want to hustle? What are some of your ideas? But most importantly, I want you to subscribe to my channel. Subscribe, hit the notifications, so every day, 5 days a week, you're going to get information, new content, and always comment. If there's a video, a piece of money content or business content, you're like, I really want Loral to talk about that. Put it in the comments. I promise you we'll be back out here and we'll have a whole section on just that. Now, the #1 biggest mistake most people make in the side hustle space is you don't prepare for taxes. It's consistent because you're thinking, oh, it's just a little bit of money. It's just a little bit of money. And if you actually been watching what's going on, the feds are now, at least in the United States, wanting to watch every transaction of $600 in and out of your bank account. So the visibility of a side hustle is even going to be more and more critical. So my advice, let's make a side hustle as fast as you can, get incorporated so you actually have the protections to do it right. But if you're going to stay in that, $1,200, $1,000, $2,000 a month range, don't forget to plan for taxes. You will have to pay them at the end of the year. All right, so if you've enjoyed this, I want you to click on the link in the description. I'm going to give you the structure of my business plan. Not all of it, just the structure. So as you're deciding between a side hustle and a hustle, the business plan will actually help give you some structure. There's also attached an application. It takes about 45 seconds to fill out, and it's an application to see if you would like me to help you make $100,000 in 1 year. It's not difficult, it's just different.